In a land of idyllic weather, where blue sea, golden sunshine, and gentle breeze blend, a place called Mui Ne, Phan Thiet, Vietnam, a peaceful place that captivates people's hearts. But, in the midst of this seemingly familiar coastline, lies a forgotten land that very few people know about, inspired by the mysterious Middle East, blended with ancient history and culture. From Egyptian hieroglyphs, 3200 BC, to the Temple of Zeus in the 5th century BC, from the glorious Mughal Empire of the 17th century, to the splendid Baghdad market in the Middle Ages. All of these civilizations meet, blend together, and are reborn right here in Mui Ne, in the Silk Road. When passing through the caravan gate, visitors are not just entering a tourist area, but stepping through the gate of 2,000 years ago. And today, in Mui Ne, the Silk Road has become a new caravanserai, where the journey is no longer by camel or sailboat, but by heart and imagination. When you step through this gate, you are following in the footsteps of thousands of years ago, stepping onto the road that connected worlds. Right in the center of the campus, the Moon Lake appears, a moon lying still in the sand. The Moon Lake in the Silk Road is the same. It is not just a lake, but the soul of life in the sandstorms of time. Sometimes, in the driest of conditions, people find the most gentleness. Amidst the yellow sand, there is still a place for the moon to rank. Beside the lake is the broken boat, lying on its side as if listening to the distant waves. It tells of the 7th to 15th centuries, when Chinese, Arab, Indian sailing ships left port carrying cinnamon, porcelain, pearls, and silk in search of a new world. They sailed through storms, through seas that had never been mapped. Many ships never returned, but thanks to them, the world learned that the sea does not divide people, but connects civilizations. The broken boat of Silk Road is therefore not a relic, but a symbol of aspiration beyond limits. There are ships that do not reach port, but their journey still makes the sea remember their name. Further away, under the sunlight, the Mughal red wall glows like embers. That red color was born nearly 400 years ago, during the Mughal Empire, the greatest dynasty in South Asia, where Persian, Indian, and Islamic art blended together. The wall in the Silk Road was inspired by Lahore Fort and Badshahi Grand Mosque, 17th century wonders, where kings walked amid the red sunlight and the echoes of prayers. Red, the color of blood and the sun, the color of life, of glory, of civilizations that never die. And today, in the Mui Ne, that wall stands there, not to remind of the lost past, but to remind that the light of humanity has never faded. Up the hill, a winding geological path leads to the ruins of the Temple of Zeus, the ancient Greek god worshipped since the 5th century BC. It was during this time that the Greeks wrote philosophy, art, and science, the foundations of Western civilization. And there, for the first time in history, East and West met. At Silk Road, the multicolored geological path represents the sedimentary layers of time, where each layer is a civilization on top of the next. If you stand on this hilltop, you will find yourself between two worlds: Greek mythology in the distance, and the sound of the East Asian wind blowing from the sands on the other side. In the middle of the campus is the White Mosque, a structure inspired by the Taj Mahal, built from 1632 to 1653 inches, India. The Taj Mahal is a mausoleum of eternal love, built by Emperor Shah Jahan for his late wife Mumtaz Mahal. In Islamic culture, white is a symbol of purity and devotion. At the Silk Road, The White Mosque is built as a symbol of love, faith, and light, where during the day it reflects the sun, and at night it becomes a sparkling stage for music and art. If the red wall is a fire, then the White Mosque is a light, illuminating souls seeking compassion. Along the paths, on the walls, and on the floor of the courtyard are carved ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, dating back to around 3200 BC. These were the first lines of writing in human history, believed by the Egyptians to be a gift from Thoth, the god of knowledge. Without writing, there was no history. Without knowledge, there was no civilization. The wall and the path are a tribute to language, which has preserved the story of humanity for the past 5,000 years. Each character engraved here is a breath of the past. When you walk on this path, you are walking on the stories of humanity. Is the Middle Eastern Quarter, a bustling marketplace that recreates the bazaars of the 9th to 15th centuries in Baghdad, Damascus, and Cairo. These were once the centers of the world, where merchants, poets, and explorers met. It was also where the 1001 Nights were born, immortal stories told through the light of oil lamps, the scent of cinnamon, and the sound of oud in the darkness. Today, at Silk Road, the Quarter, consisting of 17 stalls, is the most vibrant soul of the project. The scents, music, laughter, and vibrant colors combine to create a symphony of life. If the Silk Road is the blood, then this quarter is the heart, where civilization still beats. After a long journey, we finally arrive at the glamping oasis, a resting place for modern travelers. The beige dome tents nestled among the date palms, the clear lake reflecting the moonlight, are images reminiscent of the Bedouin and Tuareg oases in the middle of the Sahara Desert, which have existed for thousands of years. Here, visitors not only rest, but also listen to the voice of nature, of their own souls. After every trip, what people seek is not the destination, but the tranquility in their hearts. From the Egyptian hieroglyphs of 3200 BC to the Temple of Zeus in the 5th century BC, from the glorious Mughal Empire of the 17th century to the splendid medieval marketplace of Baghdad, all these civilizations met, merged, and were reborn right here in Mui Ne, in the Silk Road. The Silk Road not only connected continents, it connected hearts through thousands of years of culture. The Silk Road, where time stops and humanity begins to tell its own story.